Let's start on the left side of this mountain. This is the accumulation phase, your working years. This is when you're actively saving, contributing to your 401k, and growing your money. During this phase, your money is usually invested in the stock market, and that makes sense. You're not retiring anytime soon, so you have time to recover from stock market losses. And losses will happen. That's normal. For this stage of life, growth works well, and it works really good. The problem is what happens or doesn't happen after that. Here's something we need to talk about in America. Our entire retirement system is built around accumulation. Most people are always told to save more, invest more, and grow more. And most traditional financial advisors are trained and stay focused their entire career almost exclusively on growth strategies, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. But retirement isn't about growth anymore. It's about income. What I've noticed, especially over the last 5 years, is that many people retired are still kept in accumulation mode. Their money remains invested the same way, and they're charged an ongoing advisory fee, often around 1%. But here's the issue. Bonds can still be very volatile. And if someone becomes too conservative, their money may barely grow at all, especially after fees and inflation. Growing your money and withdrawing your money are two very different disciplines. Accumulation answers the question, how much can I build? Distribution answers the question, how do I live on it? That's where I chose to be different. My practice is focused on the right side of the mountain, the distribution phase, turning the savings into income you can actually use for the rest of your life. I've spent 17 years working with annuities, and I'll be very direct. They are complicated. There are many types, many features, and many ways they function, especially when it comes to income. Ideally, the best time to address income planning is a few years before you reach the peak of the mountain. But even if you are already retired, there are still great options for you. The reason I focus on this is simple. Very few advisors specialize in distribution. Growth is important, but income is equally as important, but for a different phase of life. Not because retirement is complicated, but because using the wrong strategy at the wrong time can quietly undermine even a well-funded plan. One of the reasons this confusion exists is because in the United States, retirement planning has historically focused almost entirely on growth. Most advisors are trained in growth and accumulation. They're taught how to help clients save and invest and grow assets, and they're very good at it. But distribution planning is a different discipline, and it's one that often gets far less attention. As a result, many retirees reach the top of the mountain with a solid balance in their 401k, but without a clear plan for how that money will turn into sustainable income. Too often, the default approach is simply to stay invested the same way and hope growth continues to carry the plan forward. Problem is that growth-based strategies don't account for the realities of retirement, withdrawals, stock market timing, inflation, and longevity. Accumulation answers the question, how much can I build? Distribution answers the question, how do I live on it? And those are not the same problem, and they shouldn't be solved the same way. And that's why retirement income planning deserves its own thoughtful approach.